Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural episode of the Team Go Slugger podcast, Ireland's premier and only Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. My name is Oisin Wedson, and joining me today are teammates Aidan Byrne.
Hello.
And Adam Leonard.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about the Banlist. But first off, how are you guys today?
I'm good.
Pretty good.
I got an assignment finished, which is a good thing.
That's a good thing. How long did it take you?
Like 3 hours overall.
3 hours for how many words?
1,000.
You're a horse. You're an absolute horse, you know
I
that.
I should have done it before today when it was due today, but I mean, it'll do.
Probably.
Good horse.
I'm happy anyway. My sleeves are out today. I ordered 6 packets of the same sleeves.
Why?
Because I keep all my collection in the same sleeves, and they're old sleeves as well. They're like do you remember the old Ultra Pro ones with the ugly like watermark on the front
With
of them?
the big like metallic sticker thing.
Yeah. Those I have like all of my collection in those. So I want to keep them in those, and I'm just afraid they'll get discontinued because they're shit. So I mean I wouldn't complain, but I'd be kind of sad.
It could happen, like.
Could happen. Worse things have happened. Okay, so let's launch into it. So we're going to be talking about the ban list today, and what a fucking hames of it Konami will probably make. So we'll start off by taking a retrospective look at the last ban list. What do you guys think of that? How effective do you guys think it was?
As a pendulum player, I was very unpleased. But from an unbiased perspective, it was not the worst ban list I've ever done, but there were some very strange hits on it. Most of them I felt were to facilitate leaving Firewall Dragon unbanned. For example, Ace Alter going to 1 didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
They didn't really need to ban some Sarah Lotus if they could have just banned Firewall instead, because then Cannon Soldier wouldn't be a problem for this list. Not to get into like this future list, but like the burn cards wouldn't be an issue without Firewall.
The plant FTK didn't need Firewall though.
Yeah,
So
the planned FTK, like as soon as the Orphanage Jasmine comes out, there's going to be some insane stuff on it.
Ah, okay, I could be mistaken.
I feel like they didn't need to hit a Hero Lives either. Like I know there was a wacky handless like a Hero Lives and Junk Speeder, but I don't think it would have been that impactful on the map.
Yeah, but there's some insane stuff where if they had left Hero Lives at 3 and put Stratos to 1, there could have been there's a combo that they make so much more like easy to get to, where you Hero Lives to Stratos search Vion or with Vion, you just go off from there. You do your normal stuff, but you have an extra link material, which just makes which I know it's one card, but it makes the ceiling so much higher as well.
Yeah, I think overall the best hit from last ban was probably Goblin, and
Invoker was a pretty good ban because it was reoccurring like problems like the Predator plants in Iceborne and like using it in Goki as well. So
and in
it's been a problem. For a while.
Zodiac as well. It was used in that format. There's a lot of formats where it's just.
It's a generic level 3
Insane.
to summon a warrior or beast warrior from your deck. Like,
Yeah, it's insane. It's
nuts.
Rhoda that you don't have to it's Rhoda that you can have in your hand with just 2 level 3s. It's insane.
It's the reason Goki was the best deck last format, because any 2 level 3s give you full combo. Because you just summon Super X from your deck, link it off for assault, and just win the game.
Yeah,
like,
it's insane.
If there's no interruptions past the Invoker, they've just kind of lost really.
It's like if you're playing the Protoplant engine and you draw any of your lone fire blossoms or any of the the level 3 one is that lets you discard a card and special mode from deck, right? The combo starters. Scorpio.
Yeah.
If you're playing any of your starters, that's just 7 Rhodas. Only they're better than the Invoker that you make is going to be better than Rhoda because it's going to tutor it directly from your deck.
special
It's insane.
as well. Yeah, so like.
And it had 0 restrictions as well. It had no restrictions on it at all.
That card is
It
crazy.
was just 2 level 3 monsters. If it was even Warrior, it would have helped a bit.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was more generic than it actually was, that's why it was so problematic throughout the past few formats.
It's insane, and in Goki as well. Like it meant they could play loads of random level 3s that weren't warriors or anything, and just make Invoker go into his own.
Gillosaurus, the Speed Rod engine was crazy because you could just do your combo without your normal summon. So if you got disrupted, like if your Ice Soul got ashed or something, you could still normal summon Super X or whatever and still do your full combo. So it didn't really matter.
Yeah, it was Goki was crazy last format, and I'm glad I got some. I mean, they're kind of indirect hits, I guess, with Goblin Invoker. Like, they were because of Goki, but at the same time, like, Firewall would have killed the deck if it got hit, but they very, very blatantly do not want to hit Firewall.
Yeah.
And they're being very obvious with it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And in my opinion, it's not very healthy for the game, because Firewall is one of the most busted cards they've probably ever decided.
I didn't like the limiting of Hornet drones either. Like in correlation to hitting Sky Strikers. Like it hit the engine pretty well because decks were using it as an engine by just engaging for the Hornet drones, but Striker, in my opinion, needed more of a slap in the wrist than just Hornet drones getting limited.
The thing was, the first list after deck comes out, the deck has never really hit that strong, and drones stopped Striker being this insane fucked broken engine, and it stopped Trickstar Sky Striker. It didn't stop it being a thing, but it hit the consistency massively.
Yeah, it hit it enough that it mattered. That was actually, I thought it was a pretty good hit because it didn't slow down the engine itself. And the thing with Striker is that they have so much recurral of all of their cards anyway. With the fire Kagari, is it? Kagari. They give them so much recurring.
And they have multi-roll as well, which is like free advantage for nothing.
Multi-roll is like soul charge for your spells like every turn.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
It's a nuts card.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I feel like there were a lot of like slaps on the wrist really on that ban list where they could have done more. Like with Goki as well, they hit the Invoker and they hit the Goblin, which kind of is more of like, okay, we're gonna slow this deck down a little bit. And then now for us, I know in America, in US, we're in Ireland, but in the US you've had Summon Sword for a while. We're not getting until
December 5th.
A couple of weeks from now. About a fortnight from here now, I think. But until we get that card, it kind of slowed down Goki a little bit.
Yeah.
But when we get it now, it's just going to be insane. And the Goki's probably going to be back to the same level as it was before.
Goki will need more hits in this next list if they want the format to be healthy.
They're either going to have to hit Goki or they're going to have to hit like Dark Warriors, like fucking Extended and shit, because Armageddon Knight's a problem, Greffer's a problem, Mali's a problem. Like all those cards, like just like let you turbo your Ice Hold, let you turbo out Summon Sword, and just do your full combo anyway. So like that's why Goki is still a thing in America. Because with Summon Sword they can do full combo off. I think just Armageddon Knight, and I'm not sure.
And with the last ban list as well, there were some interesting, like, random cards that just got taken off the ban list for whatever reason, because I guess Konami are just doing that now. Like, there was Morphing Jar, which I know I'm happy about. That card's insane.
That card's a bit nuts. It's
Seeing
a lot of like fringe play in certain strategies. It's not seeing that much play 'cause it's a flip monster.
Yeah, I haven't seen it play at all.
It's way too slow now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's like, I've seen people playing it in like Haley Zoic decks and stuff
Really?
like this. Cause
Damn.
Or even Trickstar as well.
Because you'll go set jar, set 4, and then they'll think it's like a dupe crawl or something.
Oh my god.
And they'll go to like attack over to out, and you'll go draw 5.
Yeah, because you can card of Demise and then like refresh your hand and keep going with your play, and then discard your entire hand after setting your Morphing Jar, and then they attack it and you get your entire hand back. That's insane.
This is very, very fringe play now. I haven't seen like any decks really top with it.
I don't
I've
think
seen
it's
people
the
play.
actual play.
Yeah.
But it was a cool idea.
It was
At the end of the day, it's still a one-of, so it's still going to be just inherently inconsistent.
Yeah.
Card Des, I feel, coming back was crazy because Card Des is now like a power card. It's like in certain decks, it's a power 1 of the same way that Reborn or Soul Charge or anything like that.
Yeah, it's like
not
it's the same
value.
as Soul Charge in the FDK.
Yeah, and it's
crazy.
Like with the danger too, it's got insane value.
If you open Card Des in the danger FDK, you win.
Yeah, if you open that and any danger, that's insane value, because you're gonna like use your danger effects. You're gonna draw a new hand. Like you're getting whatever out of it. Like.
And Super Poly as well. That's another one that hasn't really done anything since it came back.
It's seen some side deck play, but I haven't
Yeah.
seen it do.
I've seen it main decked in like hero decks, but who the fuck cares about hero decks?
I think it's more of like, you know, those people at locals that will use it than like
Fun fact
actual
about
events.
Fun fact with Super Poly. The other week at locals, I was playing Burning Abyss, and I'd ended on like Purple Dante and Regular Dante, and the guy I was playing goes, "I've got you now," and he went Super Poly, and because they're both the same attribute, but Purple Dante's a fairy and the other one's a warrior, so he just fused away my entire board for like Mud Dragon and Swamp,
Yeah.
and I was like, interesting.
That kind of sucks. Yeah, but I know it's not really, that's not obviously Super Poly isn't seeing much play really anywhere. You can fuse into Mud Dragon and stuff and do things because Mud Dragon's level 4, right?
It's level 4.
So you can go to like some like rank for a toolbox from that. But card destruction is being played in decks like Spiral. It's being played in other decks that just like to see their stuff in the grave as well. Aside from
Basically
like BA as
anything
well.
with danger, anything with dangers or anything that like is graveyard centric, like even like fucking Gem Knight FTK, you've seen it with Vlad, and like, you know, all the Spiral list, the Danger FTK list, running it. You can even side it in VA for like whenever you side in all your back row hate, you side that in, just have another power card in your deck.
Yeah. Also, shout out Vlad Smirnoscus for being a cool dude.
We're getting Gemini FTK banned on the next list.
Imagine. But yeah, fucking. I'm gonna edit that out. The card des, that's the one.
Yeah.
With card des as well. Like in Spiral, it's insane. It's absolutely insane because if you brick and you open one of the spells of the traps and a monster, you can just card des and probably do your full combo from there.
Say you open like rescue or assault rescue and like a quick fix or something like that's insane.
That's the 1-for-1 combo.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Like you got everything.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I didn't like the semi-limit of Call by the Grave and Terraforming.
No.
Just cause, like, I like the Terraforming hit like in some instances because it hit like field card decks that just had too much power just off of their field spell alone. But the Call by hit was a bit.
My issue with Call by,
in my opinion.
My issue with Call by was that combo decks could also run it. And it was the same problem that Emptiness had when Emptiness was legal, where a combo deck could run it, set it, and just flip it on your turn and just auto-win. Because they've already done their big combo, and they've already got their massive plays out, so they don't need special anymore. And Callaway was kind of the same, where it's like first of all, like hand traps are the only real thing that players had against decks like Goki and stuff, and Called just said no to every hand trap that isn't Impermanence or Gamma, and Gamma didn't see that much play last format. Impermanence did, but then they discovered Midbreaker Field, which you can't fucking target things.
Yeah.
So then you threw it away, yay. Like
Cover the Grave's insane though, because if you're playing, say you're playing Goku or something, that's some really oppressive deck where if you see your hand, you win. That's it. If they have a bit of a fragile hand, you know, because Goku are quite fragile. You know, you can Valor the Firewall maybe or stuff like that. There are things that you can do. I know it's hard to like over the firewall because of chain blocking, but there's stuff you can do around that as well. But if those things happen against the Goki player, they can just if they have 3 Call with the Grave, it's more consistent. They'll see more often. They can just slam that down and protect their own combo from going off.
You did get a window over the firewall when they made the mermaid, because they had to mandatory make the firewall chaining 2 to get something from hand because Italy will stop that. So that was the only time you could ever interact with the firewall due to chain blocking. It was the only time that the firewall was ever possibly effective.
Yeah.
I think we all know what we think about Firewall Dragon. we'll get to that eventually.
It seems clear already. Like, our thoughts on that card.
For sure. But yeah, I think Called by the Grave to 2 is a good thing because the card is not insanely broken. It's just okay, you know. It's very good for doing what it does.
It was a hit to rogue decks when they hit it, but it was a needed hit to rogue decks because they couldn't have it in a format where there are decks that, like, Goki was an FTK. Let's be real, Goki was an FTK. Like, you're not breaking the Goki board after they've hand looped you for fucking 4 and they've, like,
4 or 5.
And they've ended on Trigate, untargetable board, indestructible board, like, battle or card effect. Like, you're not beating that. No way.
With 1 card in hand, like, you're not going to, because they've got Trigate anyway.
Even
so,
say you have 2 cards in hand. Even say you have 2 cards in hand and you keep a sphere mode. You still are playing with 1 card in hand and no normal summon.
You're still going to lose, like, you know.
Thank you for saving me there, Adam. I had no idea what I was talking about there. I looked at my notes and I trailed off and I was like, oh god, someone saved me. That's all a learning curve, I guess. Limiter removed to 2. That hasn't done much. I've never seen anyone play more than 1.
I have than Stephen Martin.
Shout out Stephen Martin.
I have been Stephen Martin limiter removal a few times at locals, I have to say.
Has he limiter removed you twice in the game?
Not twice in 1 game, but in 1 match I've seen him with limiter removal twice. And
much more frequently than he was seeing it before.
Yeah, it's pretty tough whenever you're playing. I
think that man opens Machine Dupe more than any human has ever opened.
Oh my god, it's insane.
He'll go normal summon Despot, whatever one summons from deck, and he'll Machine Dupe the one he summons from deck and just get like 4 searches.
I need to get this guy to start opening packs because his luck is just insane.
I swear, he's got like so much good karma in him or something. Like.
It's incredible. He definitely does. He's a very wholesome dude. Scapegoat to 2 as well.
I liked Scapegoat as a hit because it hit Trickstar, because like that was like one of their like best power plays, and it hit like other like weird decks that would run Scapegoat just to get like free link monsters. Nothing should be that free in the game.
The Scapegoat link format is insane because it's free link 4, and with the nightmares as well, it got more insane because it's free draws as well. Because you make like a link spider and you make a phoenix underneath it, and then you get a free draw and a pop.
And then you can make Cerberus after if you want. Pop a fucking Slash monster.
Toss another card. Draw another card. And like it was a free way into Borrow Sword as well. And Borrow Sword on its own with a normal summon does 6k.
Or Borrow, like so like you know it's crazy because they banned Gofu for a reason. I know like Scapegoat's slower than Gofu, but it's the same like principle because you know it's free materials, it's free cards. Like
Scapegoat's insane. Like in one hand, on one hand it's a +3 because you get 4 tokens, whatever. But on the other hand, it has these like crazy restrictions where the turn you activate you can't normal summon special monsters. So it's like weirdly balanced, but also not really balanced at all because you just flip it. It's like quick play spells. You just flip on your opponent's turn. It's almost a trap. No one ever uses it as on their own turn.
It was balanced until 0 play into a Master before, and then Master 4 came around, and everyone was like, "Oh wow, this card's insane."
There was this huge kind of grey area between Goats and Master before of like 10 years where it wasn't used at all. But yeah, it's insane. Like, do you guys remember when like we used to about the Nightmares, the best play, or one of the best plays, whatever, in Trickstar, if you resolve Scapegoat, is to go Ningirsu Ib and get your draw 1.
Yeah.
And you go, you do that, only you pop their cards as well with the Nightmares.
And make, or like make a goblin for your additional normal summon if you want. Make your stuff untargetable and just probably kill them that time because you're getting so much value out of that one card.
Yeah, Nightmares are insane. Do you guys think any of we'll get into like what Nightmares need to go and stuff in future videos. I don't think any Nightmares need to go.
Not at the minute, no.
Oh, fine.
The Goblin was like the most problematic one because it was like Seraphinite with Midbreaker Field, but you don't have to hard draw Brilliant Fusion for it, or Midbreaker Field. So it's just so free because it's easily accessible in your extra deck.
It's insane. Okay, so on to the unlimits. So we had Apocalypse 4 Towers, Destined Hero Disc Commander, Burial from a Different Dimension, and Ring of Destruction, which all came from semi-limited except for Disc Commander, which came from Forbidden to 3. What? Isn't that insane?
They got around.
It got shot on.
They're all basically irrelevant.
Literally, who cares? Like everyone was like, "Oh, Towers is back at 3, woo!" And then people realized Underclock is a 1 card out of Towers, and they were like, "No." Or
Any of the links, any of the links are out of Towers.
Well, you normal summon Towers, but it's like, it's like,
right.
Towers was insane, like 3 years ago, and then
the majority
Master 4 happened, and then Towers is no longer even remotely a problem. Cleve is still 0 play, and Cleve will continue to see 0 play.
Basically, any link is to Towers.
Cleve will continue to see 0 play because Towers is just not strong anymore. Because like there was a format where it was degenerate and it was insane, and it was like there's a reason the big boss monsters are called Towers because Towers was the first massive, insane, broken, unoutable card. It hand looped you as well.
People had to play fucking jump promo to out it.
Yeah, they had to play Diamond Crab King. It was insane.
They're smacking the crabs into the tower.
It's insane. This commander destroyed. Different Dimension, Bird from a Different Dimension doesn't do anything. It's not going to do anything.
I guess it did stuff in Zombies like before, like Structure Deck or whatever. Like maybe it does stuff now. I don't know, but
who knows? I don't even know why that card was on the ban list.
Ring was like, oh well, we limited Chain Strike. May as well give them something.
More or less, yeah. How about this? Hit yourself in the face while you're hitting them as well. There you go. That fixes Chain Burn, right? And okay, we got a bit of cleaning up to do. So we missed 2 cards. We missed Cosmo Dark Destroyer, coming to semi-limited from limited.
That was interesting.
That was
an
cool.
interesting one.
Cosmo's seen a bit more play after that was after that went from limited
shout
to semi-limited.
out Luke Lennon for playing Cosmo at locals once.
And winning.
The format is very targeting heavy. It's like Altergeist, every Altergeist targets. All the Paleo cards target.
Sky Striker cards target.
Sky Striker cards all target. Everything targets this format.
Yeah, the only out to it with Striker is to use Afterburner or Kagari with like what 10 spell cards, 15 spell cards in grave.
Yeah, or what's the other one? Jamming Waves.
Jamming Waves.
Jamming Waves.
Jamming Waves. Yeah, Jamming Waves. That's the one. Well, and also Exoton Knight.
Exoton Knight was impactful, I guess.
But see, the thing is,
rank 4 decks.
He hasn't seen that much play because there's not many rank 4 decks this format.
Yeah, even for myself, like in my Dino deck, I'm like, do I put him in? Do I not put him in? Because like, I feel like there's a lot of situations where he could be necessary, but also in those situations you could just make Nightmares and out their boards while getting advantage as well. Yeah. And then OTK them through that. But Exciton Knight when he uses his effect. Can you attack that turn? Is it him?
You can't do any battle damage.
Can't do any battle damage that turn. So it's just kind of like a last ditch. Oh fuck resort.
It's a card that we're already green behind, but I feel like if evenly matches out to be at 3.
Oh, you'd be matching.
Exciton Knight out to be at 1.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Evenly, fair enough. You have the hard draw, but that card is so insane. That card is so busted.
The format's so monster heavy, or like, you know, whatever, like, they're probably going to have a way to negate it in some way, like some way or another. If your opponent's that far behind in the first place, you're going to have a way to negate the Exciton Knight.
The only like semi-meta decks I've seen playing Exciton Knight are Dino and Pendulum. And Pendulum can't replay it because they always have scales. So it's like you're nuking your own board at the same time, and it's not ideal at all. And Dino can make it, and they're a blind second deck, and they're probably the deck right now that utilizes the best. But Dino this format are just not great, to be honest. So it's like, that's a bit of an issue. It's like, there's no deck that has a solid rank 4 toolbox right now that's actually like tier 1. Like
someone in the comments is just gonna tear you apart.
Oh no, my dinosaur strategy!
Name a rank 4 Thunder Dragon make. Like, name a rank 4 that make. Like, prove me wrong. Like,
Dino Thunder.
Ooh,
XD.
wow, hey,
XD.
there you go.
I mentioned Dino, I'm safe.
Alright, so that's that. I think that's us cleaned up the last ban list. Now let's look into the future of it. The next ban list. So what decks we'll get to like the bans, the meaty part of it, the real burn of the discussion in a bit. But we'll start with the decks that can come back. So last ban list, there was some kind of effort to bring back Elemental Heroes, even a tiny bit. Well, not really. They were back Stratos, and then the other one, Cosmos. They made it a bit more viable. There are some other things as well. Cleafort as well. Yeah. So what stuff do you think is gonna maybe come back a little bit now this format?
Interesting. Let me pull up the ban list.
So I think there's a lot of like discussion going around over whether Monarchs can come back on the next ban list.
I don't know. Monarchs is a bit touchy because they can be very oppressive whenever they actually get their domain lockout. Because like most of the decks right now are just extra deck based. So you know, if Monarchs floating around, people are going to have to change their strategy just to counter Monarchs a little bit.
Yeah, I'm personally not a fan of Monarchs. I mean, like, I wouldn't mind them coming back, because it would give Draco a fighting chance again. So, I mean, like, that would make me happy. It's like, House of Champs said in his most recent video, that, you know, maybe, well, one of his older videos, that maybe we need a hard reset for the game. And I think bringing back Monarchs in any form could be an absolute hard reset, because like, what a fucking toss-up that would be. Like, all of the best decks right now would just get, like, totally, like, your Thunder Dragons, you know, your Strikers, all that stuff would just go completely out the window. And the only stuff to be kind of left as being consistently viable would be Trickstar, Draco, stuff like that doesn't really rely on the extra deck so much. And we could even be seeing a bit of like a weird back and forth format, which I don't really think is healthy, where if you go up against this one deck, you lose. That's it, flat out. Yeah, but, you know, whatever about Monarchs going second isn't that great.
When you say
so it really becomes about dire rolls.
When you say bring back Monarchs, do you mean like bring back Pan and Ether to 3? Or...
I think Pantheism, maybe like Pantheism maybe to 2 or 3. I think Pantheism to 2 would largely be alright. But that card is absolutely crazy.
I feel like they need to fix ABCs again, because the limit to ASL core was a bit ridiculous.
The only way they'll fix ABCs is if they ban Firewall, and I don't see them banning Firewall.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They should. Will they though? Is the actual question, and I don't think they will, which is very unfortunate for the game.
What about Shadal?
Shadal Construct will come back.
I think Contract could go to 1 at the very least. I don't think in this current format it would do that much.
They're like, they were insane. Again, they were insane in what science format, like that triangle format, or like even after that, like with new calendars, when like it was like them, PA and Clee, they were nuts. But like, Knights were kind of floating around there, and it's like, it's a long time ago. It's a lot of time for power creep to happen.
Yeah, sure. Shadal have OCG has Construct at 3, and what's Shadal doing over there? Sweet FA.
Nothing. They're doing nothing.
About as much as FA is doing over here.
Yeah,
more or less. Like it's insane. So I think Shadal could definitely come back.
Blackwings as well. Like I know they got a bit of support lately, so maybe Konami might like bring Gofu back to limited or something just to kind of push the deck a bit more.
Yikes.
I know Gofu is a very sacky card, like as at limited, but
I know for a fact
at
if
the same
Goku
time-
came back to 1, it would not be played in Black Room.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to see Gofu with nightmares. I don't want that in my life. I don't want someone to go special Gofu, make a nightmare for free. Like,
but it's yeah.
That's like
Yes.
3/4 of a Firewall Dragon as well. You know,
Yeah.
you're only a normal summon away from Firewall Pass.
oh lord. Okay.
What about ABC? You said Ritual Beast. Ulti Kanahawk is still on the ban list. Still at 1.
Honestly, I don't know enough about Ritual Beast.
Yeah,
to
nor do
comment on
I,
this,
to
and
be
it's I feel like they wouldn't really do much. But at the same time, I don't know enough about Ritual Beast and what they did with Kanahawk to really have a valid comment on this. And
What
I don't
about,
want to say things and be misinformed and just spout shite like.
And then get torn apart in the comment section by all of our 5 listeners.
What about Necros?
Me 5 times.
Necros could probably like get something back in one form or another because they got the incantation support and everything recently. So
There's no real good ritual deck right now,
yeah, so
and
no.
I mean that's because ritual as a mechanic,
it makes you go neg in general.
it literally makes you neg to
Yeah.
summon the thing. Like,
I think we should bring Necros and Monarch back, and then Daniel Christie can play his Necros Monarch deck at full power.
Oh yeah, that sounds like some broken ass shit right there.
audibly sized.
It's just 2 decks of floodgates put together. You know, what more do you need?
That sounds ridiculous.
And what about windups?
Wind up.
Well, it's been on the ban list for the longest time.
Me no likey hand loopy decky.
And even Aiden, you found a hand loop with windups with just the ban list as it is now.
It was an FTK.
An FTK.
Keep hand loop out of my game, thank. I don't want.
It was basically just with wind up bad and cannon soldier, and you just loop the 2 bats and just tribute them from.
Hey,
from Cannon Soldier
what
to
card
one.
lets you loop the wind up bats?
Ha, Firewall Dragon.
Hey, wow, how
Wow.
funny that is.
It's almost like there's a recurring theme in this podcast, and also in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the past fucking year, maybe, Konami banned Firewall, please.
How many FTKs can this one card enable? Let's find out, kids.
Probably like 10.
Probably all of them. All the FTKs. Every single one, even Fernie FTK.
No, except Gemmed.
Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the End is more than likely going to come back to 3.
That,
He
that
got-
shit
he
got
got-
an errata, right?
He got
He
an
got-
errata, so you can't activate cards or effects the turn uses effect.
He got ruined.
It's
Is he
I
that
don't-
bad? No, I don't think he's that bad.
I don't see him seeing play because he needs setup to be summoned.
Mm.
So you need to activate cards and effects to even summon him, which means the first summon him you can't use his effect. So it's pointless. It's like
Yeah.
they need setup to Light and Dark. Yeah, Light and Dark and activate no cards. Like that's probably impossible. I think that's pretty much impossible.
It's a little bit not great.
And it's like he's just like I would have preferred if they just left him without the errata and left him on the list. Because there's no point in errata in cards that aren't going to see any play. There is literally 0 points. That, like they could have just left him there. There was no point in bringing him back. There was no reason to bring him back. Same with Disc Commander. There was no point to errata cards and bring them back for no reason when they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, they're not going to, like, those cards probably aren't even going to be played in their own decks. Like,
Yeah.
Disc Commander's not going to be played in Heroes. Who the fuck plays Destiny Heroes?
It's like
in 2018.
Erratas are fine sometimes, and I'll agree with erratas sometimes. But like they either fuck it up really bad one way where they make the card unplayable, or they fuck it up really bad the other way like they did with Imperial Order, and now that card's at 1 and that card's a bomb, and it's like, oh no, I mandatorily have to pay 700. Oh no, it's like who cares?
Konami dropped the 3rd bomb.
But another thing is like I feel like maybe Quick Fix or drones could go to 2 if they like ban Machine Dupe because like Machine Dupe in itself is like an unfair card in my opinion.
The thing is, they only really ban cards around the format, and Machine Dupe isn't doing anything in this format really.
Drones at 2 could definitely come back. I think Quick Fix at 2 is just too insane.
Yeah, Quick Fix is probably too good to be to go to 2.
Starts all of your combos.
I think it's too soon for drones to come back because they've barely hit Striker at all. So I feel like they need to like give the deck
Oh.
time to like.
We're talking about Spiral Gear Drone.
Oh wow, okay. Well, oops, me silly man.
What do you got in your brains? You got monkey brains?
I've got
monkey.
I've got Sky Striker cards on the brain. Sorry. Activate engage.
Just hit multi-roll.
Necroface.
No. Grand Magi OTK is the bane of my existence. Do not do anything to that card except ban it.
From a competitive standpoint, who fucking cares? like, oh,
Kinda like it
he
is.
might mill 2 more Necroface off his. Oh wait. That's
Yeah,
not,
no,
that's not ideal.
I've had my Graph and Seer banished off Necroface. I don't like that.
I don't see Necroface being a problem in the fearless.
It's not I don't think it's a problem, but like
I think 2's the
just an
perfect
annoying
ratio.
card.
Yeah, 2's the perfect ratio where we can have our cake and eat it. But if we get 3, we take our cake and just throw it at people and just like rub it into their eyes and cram it down their throat.
Yeah.
DD Dynamite will see play again because of Necroface. DD Dynamite them for game all. It's an FTK. It's all amazing. DD Dynamite win the game.
Maybe some of the zoos could like come back to something.
Dryden could probably come back. Like he's a quick effect pop of a face up card.
Yeah, and like if you have him and like none of the support, you don't have your rats or anything. Like I suppose it's not that bad.
You don't have your rats. You don't have your broad bull. You don't have any of like the really broken shit. Where it's like Dryden was a problem in the format, but again power creep happens to decks, and popping a face up card on the field targeting is not that much of an issue anymore. Like in my personal opinion, it doesn't feel like it's that big of an issue compared to like some of the like. There's hand loops for 4. No, like
there's hand loops for 6 for fuck's sake.
Okay, there are hand loops for 6.
There's hand loops for 6 without firewall.
There'll be
That says enough.
There'll be consistent hand loops for 6 when
wind ups come back.
What? Fuck off with that. Fucking the new Neospace connector comes out.
Connector is broken.
You can be search Rhoda, you'll have 4 of them at least. You can summon it off Isolde if you want to. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Insane.
Cosmo to 3, Dark Destroyer.
To 3.
Probably fine.
Yeah, we'll do nothing.
It's probably fine. Like
Not
it's at
sure.
2 now.
I think the fact that E-Telly is limited like says enough. Like that. Like I think that's enough.
E-Telly's good in other decks as well. Like it's a 1-card
Yeah.
deck.
I'm saying like if E-Telly stays at 1 and Dark Destroyer goes to 3, which could definitely happen, like that's enough for Cosmo to not be broken, but also like be playable.
Yeah,
viable.
of course.
I don't see Cosmo being a problem.
No.
Like fair enough, he's untargetable, but like whatever. Like
Oh, he pops a card when he's summoned and he's untargetable. Oh no. Not like we had Masterpiece, Trident, Orbital Hydrolander, shit like that floating around for the past 2 or 3 formats.
Orbital Hydrolander floating around because he orbits.
It's funny because he's the least floaty card in the deck.
But he enables your floaters by milling.
He does. Okay, so last Banlist, there were certain decks that just got hit because I guess Konami didn't like them.
Bring back Electromite, please.
And Omega as well. Although Omega is kind of like, I guess, justified. But Pendulum wasn't even doing anything when Electromite got
No,
hit.
Pendulum was doing things.
They weren't doing stuff.
The thing was, they couldn't really hit Goki and leave Pendulum untouched because Pendulum would have been best
True.
deck. Like
Yeah.
Pendulum, it was at the point where like they'd hit so many of the cards. Like they'd hit Double Layers, Joker, Astrograph, Venom, and the deck was still. It came second at the NWCQ. It was still topping YCSs with all these hits, and I think they finally realized Electromite's a little bit broken.
Yeah.
We might have to hit him. And as a Pendulum player myself, it made me big sad on the inside, but it did have to happen to prevent Pendulum being best deck again. And it's like, it just, like the deck, even with one Electromite, if the one Electromite goes through, you're still fine. It's like the deck's just a lot more fragile now.
It's very fragile.
Like, it's, yeah, because it's like the Ogre the Electromite, the Gamma the Electromite, it's like, you just lose. Like,
Yeah, it's insane.
Or
I hate that deck as well because it's just such an inherently unbalanced archetype where you go off with all your plays, you make a good board, and they break your board if they do, and if they don't kill you, you just bring it all back next
You
turn.
just bring everything back. Yeah.
And like you don't have your extra stuff. I mean, you can't go off and into a Vortex Dragon again and stuff like that. But you have all these resources. You have your purple poisons, your black bands to break their board again on your turn, your second turn.
Saying that, like, even if they don't have their extra deck, like, a lot of the main deck cards are kind of
it's the fact
they're all boxy.
they're all absolute units as well.
Yeah.
They're all massive.
Yeah.
They're all huge. Like Jackal's like 24, and if you've got like a poison scale, he comes 36.
Yeah.
And as we learned recently, Zhangxi negates Firewall.
Janky negates
Janky
anything.
negates Isolde, Firewall, fucking
and he's also
lots of shit.
he's also a unit as well.
Yeah, he's an absolute unit.
And he makes absolute, which enables your omni negate slash your compulse for 20 seconds.
It's insane. Compulse to 3.
Isn't it a 3?
It is a 3. There's a Book of Moon. That's one that can maybe come up with Banlist as well.
Book of Moon's still on the ban list.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Why?
Still one.
Why? Like, who cares? Oh no.
Oh no, you've got a
Actually,
or
yo!
Canada, whatever the fuck that page was.
Book of Moon might actually come back as a way of Konami saying, hey, we're not going to hit Thunder Dragon, but here, have another arsenal, another toolbox in your arsenal.
What are you going to do? Book, chain, book, chain, book?
Yeah, more or less. But like,
Did the Goki combo win?
yeah.
Just play clicks instead.
Like, none of us know how Konami's logic works, honestly. Like,
They
It
don't
doesn't
have
at
logic.
all.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much. And they're like, how are we gonna hit all these FTKs? I know it's banned Samsara Lotus. That's not an FTK yet, but it will be.
It will be at some point.
Yeah.
But wait, there's Firewall enabling 10 other FTKs. Oh no.
They don't matter. No, they don't matter at all. No, Konami R&D are just like, no, this is okay. Everything's fine. You know the meme of the dog who's like sitting in the house,
Sitting in the fire.
burning around him. Yeah. That's
Firewall
Konami.
give money. We cannot touch him. He give us money.
And people always want that.
anime. Oh no.
Like if
Not
I
touch my anime deck.
if I had a fucking man, if I had €1 for every time since I started playing the game that someone said they were gonna quit if something didn't get banned,
Yeah.
I would not be playing this game. I'll tell you that. I'd be living in a fucking mansion in Beverly Hills.
I said I'd quit if they banned Level Leader, and they banned Level Leader, and I still haven't quit. Yeet.
Yeah, yeet.
Have you noticed how, since Brains, they've never hit the engine of an anime deck? They've yet to hit the engine of an anime deck.
They haven't hit, what, Altergeist,
Trickstar. They haven't hit the Goki engine.
Kohi.
They've hit things around these decks. They haven't hit the decks themselves. They haven't hit Altergeist yet. And like that's because Altergeist is like it's not really a problem.
Maybe Konami just
like,
has a huge like anime fetish.
Every all fucking weebs over there.
It's because they make big boy money off the anime, and then people are like, oh, I want to play the card game. Let me play this anime deck. And they're not going to ban an anime deck because then someone will be like, I want to play this anime deck. Oh, it's banned. Oh.
That's why their R&D is so shit. They just sit in the dark and watch High School of the Dead all day and like fucking hentai and shit. What are they at?
Hentai. Jesus. Fucking incels.
Konami, fucking incels.
How to lose a lot of our weird fans.
Nothing wrong with being an incel, guys. It's totally like
We love everyone.
yeah, we love everyone, especially incels.
We love most people.
For most people. Yeah, we won't get into to call outs.
Wasn't the plan.
Right, so what was the topic of conversation?
Decks that will get hit because Konami just do that sometimes.
Oh, I thought we were talking about decks that should come back. Okay. Right.
Yeah, we left that one behind, Aiden.
So-
We've been there, done that.
so
We've wiped the rug with that
Decks
one.
that could
Bought
get
the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Not like decks that will get hit for a reason because they're good now. Decks that will get hit because they will be good or they were good in the past. Like Pendulum getting hit.
Sad times.
F. Respects for my boy.
I don't see any decks that like
I don't see any decks
could get
that,
a
like,
preemptive hit right now. But there probably is some that are just blanking on it.
Yeah. You know, like Draco, I mean.
ban every prank kid.
Ban an entire archetype.
Ban the entire.
Oh, I was
Amazon
about to
set.
say, has that already happened yet? But at
Banning
first,
the entire
the
archetype.
Dragon Rulers.
Yeah, it's like they're all gone.
Doesn't Infernity have a few things?
Infernity is a huge stuff, but like the Infernity archetype is actually huge. There's a lot of Infernity cards that just don't get played because they're not good.
Geek.
Yeah, they're just
Injectors as well, aren't they like irrelevant now without the Injector Hornet, isn't it?
Yeah, Hornet's the one that's banned, I think.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the second Hornet drones, like Hornet card that got banned.
It's actually the third one.
Konami must really not like these.
It's the third Hornet on the list.
Is it?
Mm.
Hornet drones, Injector Hornet, and
Spiral Gear. Oh.
what the fuck are you talking about?
I knew you were going to say that, and I was just
That's
waiting
that's
for you
a
to say it.
that's a.
I don't know what you're smoking, man. There's definitely have tobacco in
I
that.
played in Spiral format. What's wrong with me?
I know, I can't really think of anything that will just get banned. So, decks, let's move on to the bit that matters. Decks that will get put in check.
Pure will get put in check. Pure Sky will get put in check. Goki would have to get put in check. Thunder Dragon, I'm iffy on because they're new enough and they don't tend to hit decks hard when they're new. They might get some indirect hits like Buck coming back,
Yeah.
I guess.
We
But
saw a
like,
lot of indirect hits in the last ban list. So we saw Goblin getting banned and Invoker getting banned for Goki.
They can,
But do you think they'll take a stronger line with Goki now this time around?
no, I don't think they will. I think they'll take the line of hit the Dark Warrior
Diff.
engine cards like Armageddon, like Greffer, Vion, or even like semi-limit Manly or something like that.
a card I think has to be banned if they're not going to ban Firewall and Gumbler. They have to hit Gumbler.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. Like
If Firewall goes, then Gumlar would just become the Link monster of the format. You know, it's as simple as that.
It still enables a hand.
Yeah,
still
it's crazy.
Like
It's crazy.
it's not a healthy card for the game at all.
No.
And I don't like Gumbler. I don't like Firewall. I think they're not equally as bad, but Gumbler's getting there. Like Gumbler's a good card.
Thunder Dragon. Do you think they'll make any hits to Thunder Dragon?
I don't see any hits yet because they're relatively new. Soul Fusion's the newest main set until Savage Strike, which is not till like January, February.
Yeah.
So it's like the special edition for Soul Fusion isn't even out yet. So like I don't see them hitting the core archetype in Soul Fusion before they've released all the Soul Fusion product.
Exactly, and it's also not really like it's not like it's doing things. It's topping events. It's doing well, but it's not as doing as well, and it's not being as impressive as people as expected. I mean, at what was it? YCS Pasadena was the most recent YCS, the really big one.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Anyway, we saw Thunder Dragon get as many top 32 spots as Cyber Dragon.
Ban Infinity.
Who the fuck expected that?
Ban Infinity.
Ban Infinity. I'm calling it now. Ban Nova.
Ban Nova.
Solves everything.
It do. It really do.
Oh, it's insane though. But yeah. So, yeah. Moving on to Scapegoat. Do you think Scapegoat's gonna get hit at all?
I don't know, cause like it's at 2 now. It could probably keep going down to this further down, but like it's not doing as much.
Yeah.
Because it's a 2, but like it's still seeing play in Trickster decks and things like that, where it's like it's still a problem card.
I feel like when they hit it too, they were kind of testing the waters, and it hasn't really done anything since then. So they're not. I doubt they're going to hit
It
it any
hasn't done
further
as
down the
much
list.
since then. It's still done
No.
things.
Obviously, yeah, but it's not like it's not as consistent. It's like as many decks with Scapegoat aren't doing it so well.
A lot of
Decks like
because it's a 2, it's just hurts consistency.
yeah, exactly.
But also, like, you need to put more of your extra deck into being able to run Scapegoat, so it kind of like makes it a bit more relevant if you don't want to add these Scapegoat enabler cards to your extra deck.
Like Link Spiders and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Link Spider, Link Freeman, etc.
Anything else that you think will just get hit and put in check? I think the main problems right now are Goki, and Thunder Dragon Striker, something like that. Around Striker, do you think anything's going to get hit with that deck?
Altergeist
Altergeist as well,
might
actually.
get a little slap in the wrist, like maybe like, like putting Faker to 1 or making Melicy, like something like that. I don't really know that well.
The deck is already like it hasn't got enough starter cards already.
Yeah, I know it's fairly inconsistent, but it's really powerful whenever it gets going.
But it's yeah, you're not wrong, and it's like it's been out long enough that it
Could get a hit.
Yeah. It's going back to Striker. I think Engage could get hit. I see multi-roll getting hit because multi-roll is just such free advantage. Like multi-roll is just so free, and it stops your opponent responding to your spells.
Yeah, if they hit
your spells.
If they hit anything in Striker, like the card that I would like to see getting hit the most would be multi-roll.
Yeah. It's almost like it makes all of their spells spell speed 4.
It's broken.
All of them.
They'll go end phase multi-roll set 4, set 5, and we'll go end phase Shizuku search a second engage if they're set one of multi-roll. So they already have 2 engage from next turn unless you can out the one they have set.
It's crazy. It's crazy. What about hand traps?
Hand traps getting hit?
Yeah.
I don't think they should hit any hand traps.
I don't think so.
I don't think they'll hit any.
They have Asher 2 in the OCG.
Maxi
Maxi
is a debate in itself
I
because
don't think they'll bring it back.
Big debate.
Maxi is in the same spot that cards like Cold Buy and Emptiness are in, where it's like it stops the big combo wombo decks, but the big combo wombo decks can also play it. So if they go big wombo combo off on you and then they Maxi you, what do you do? Like
more or less, yeah. We have the same thing with Shared Ride now. People are playing Shared Ride because they don't have Maxi.
Shared Ride just bonus Maxi.
More or less, yeah. I was thinking. I was thinking. I'm not thinking anymore. About hand traps and how everything like that. But I totally forgot what I was going to say. Yes, Maxi. I think if they bring back Maxi at all, they'll bring back to 3, which is where it should be. And they'll wait till we have a stale format before they do it to shake it up a bit. Like right now, the format is quite diverse. There's lots of experimentation going on with what's the best deck, and no one knows what's the best thing to play. Like we saw, like Jeff Jones played the FTK at one format, and while it was at one event, and then while the FTK was still completely legal, nothing happened in the banlist. He just switched over to Striker, I think it was, because he just people are still at the highest level experimenting with decks, and we still don't have the format solidified. We don't know what's good, what's not the best deck yet.
We know what's good, but we don't know what's like,
The TCG is the most divided it's been in a long time because Summon Sorcerers being legal in America has changed and worked their format so much that their format is just entirely different to EU.
we have a different format.
It's different to EU, it's different to South America, it's different to all the other TCG formats because Summon Sorcerers is just, as a card, It's so insane, and that's a card I can see getting banned at some point. It's banned in OCG, and it will get banned over here at some point, I'd say, because that card is insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I just think they bring back Maxi to 3. If this format is kind of stale, I think they bring it back when there's so much diversity happening and so much experimentation, because that's just throwing a completely another wrench in the whole system of, you know, what we're still experimenting enough, and then they throw this bomb in on top of us, and we don't know what's going to happen, what's going on.
If you can actually just deck them out anyway, playing a combo deck.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Going back to Thunder Dragon, I think they could get an indirect hit in Dark
Gold Tark, yeah.
There's a 1-card combo into, I think, at least 2 Colossus, or 1 Colossus even. It's a 1-card.
It's a really good start.
It's a 1 combo to your mistake on legs anyway. Like, that's insane. Like, that card is bananas.
And the more cards we have that, you know, the more archetypes we have where banishing is good, the better Gold Sark will be. So we have Thunder Dragon right now. We also have decks like Dino where it's zombie as well. But Gold Sark is a free special of Giant Rex, which I know is not nearly as plus as you go in Thunder Dragon off it, but it's just like it does a lot already, and I think Thunder Dragon could be the last straw that kind of pushes Konami to be like, okay, let's do something about this.
Gold Sark as a card, it's not even once per turn as well. So if you open multiples, you probably just win, and it's not actionable. So it's like it's a hard card to stop, and it's like it enables so much for Thunder Dragon, and Thunder Dragon, like, if they do get any kind of hit in the list, which I don't see them getting, like a direct hit to the engine, it'll probably be Gold Sark.
It'll be Gold Sark if anything.
Do you think somewhere in Konami's R&D department they were just like sitting down having a thing? It was like, you know, they're evil hands, and like, you know, even like James
Mr.
Bond
Burns
thing
hands.
when they're stroking the cat, just thinking,
we
just
listen to
waiting,
you.
and they were like, you know what? So next year we're gonna get the Ghost Girl that stops banish effects. So let's just have like one last hurrah where we just make this huge, insane banish archetype,
yeah.
and they did it with Thunder Dragon.
I mean, if we listen to you, then all Konami do in their R&D department is sit down and have a wank. So it's like,
I never clarified that. I just said maybe perhaps they watch a lot of hentai. There might not even be a correlation there between watching. I know watching hentai doesn't make me want to have a wank personally, but whatever you're into.
this conversation.
Can we solve this? You and shite.
Konami, please don't ban us. We don't actually think you sit down and watch hentai all the time.
Yeah, we'll make Triff's drama against you seem like a minor offense.
Don't ever mention his name again.
Yeah.
Don't ever
Don't
speak of
mention
this
that man.
Mongol man.
Moving swiftly onwards. I think that kind of wraps up the ban list discussion. Anything else that you guys want to throw out?
Regarding the ban list,
Mm.
nothing specifically that I can think of off the top of my head. It's like, I feel like the ban list has been fairly covered in like what we want to see and what, like, I mean, obviously the main thing that everybody wants to see is Firewall getting banned. I'd be surprised.
On one hand, I want to see it banned because it enables so much degenerate shit. But like, there's some decks that kind of need it to be able to.
You like to play the rich shit.
No, see, I like to play World Chalice, and World Chalice like kind of needs Firewall.
Masterpiece to 1.
No.
Oh man, I think we're all in agreement over that. Okay, so now for the fun shit. I think it was about 2 months ago, DZ put up a video. What if Yu-Gi-Oh had no ban list?
If Yu-Gi-Oh had no ban list, set rotation would have to be a thing. Like, imagine every single card in this list.
I thought you were talking about the cards.
No, not the card. Like, but imagine.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, you really think that field spell decks would be the best decks in a format with no ban list?
No.
Excuse me?
If there was no ban list, think about all the FTKs that would exist.
Oh,
Think about
Jesus.
Every single card on this list right now in front of us would be unlimited and would be at 3.
It's there for a reason. Like.
I know 25 cards in my 40 deck would be exotic pieces.
It's the incorrect FTK to play, but okay.
Yeah, because there's 5 of each. There's 15. Sorry, excuse me.
You said 25!
I was like, that seems naughty. But then
I'm making leaps of proud numbers here.
then you just break a lot because you're going to draw like multiple exotic pieces.
Judge, you drew 4 legs.
See, that's why I get Stephen Marin to play my deck. And he
yeah.
just uses the heart of the cards.
I
And
just
then,
opened it every game.
Yeah,
It's only every game 1.
see, what the thing is, right? You can't open all 5 pieces. So you go second, and you open 4 of the 5 pieces and draw your 5th piece for turn.
You draw 4 green for turn, and you draw the last piece.
There you go. There you go.
There was something that happened like a while ago, and he was playing like the guy was playing Danger FTK, and the other guy was playing Exodia, like and he fails to FTK on turn 1, and then he opens like 4 of the pieces and draws the head for turn and wins through the effect of Exodia.
It's got obliterated.
That's funny. But there's opening Exodia, and there's opening literal Exodia.
Yeah.
Like opening actual Exodia, like opening his arm. Like, not the arm though, like the arm, you normal summon the arm, and it could be United We Stand and Mage Power, and you just beat them up with the arm. Hey yo, you want some arms? Left leg run at you, just kicking you like.
Oh my god, Exodia beatdown, let's go. There's actually on table 500 there was a deck of normal monsters, and he played like the Exodia pieces, just as vanillas to beat them down with. Yeah, no, it wasn't even that, that was the Ignite one.
Yeah.
But there was one where it was just normal monster beatdown deck, and he didn't even play the head, he just played all the other pieces of Exodia, just
that,
to beat people down with. It was insane.
He played all the limbs apart from the head, because he didn't want to actually open with Exodia.
What do you think the best deck would be with no Banlist? Do you think it would be Dragon Hunters?
It would be an FTK. 100% would be an FTK. It would be an FTK. It would be like Frog FTK or Pendulum FTK. Pendulum FTK is so consistent. It's like...
I don't
There's
think
so many good
Frog
FTKs.
Frog FTK takes a few times to set up, I think.
It's
From what I know.
It would be an FTK anyway. Like, there's so many FTK enablers on this list.
We had so many, like speaking about Pendulum FTK, we had so many like FTKs and no, you're not allowed to play, no, go home decks this year. Like we had the Pendulum FTK, we had the Gemini FTK,
The 2 Pendulum FTKs.
We had the Pendulum Burn FTK, we had the Gemini Burn FTK, and we had the Danger Darkwood Burn FTK, and then we had the Pendulum set up Zexal, and then you go out and you take a piss and you come back for your next round. And we had now we have Rongo Turbo as well.
Rongo Bongo.
Rongo is essentially an FTK as well. Yeah.
It's since Spiral format, there's been at least one FTK in every format, and it's degenerate and disgusting. And not all of them can be on the firewall. Like Gemini FTK is not because of firewall, but firewall has enabled a lot of these. And Pendulum isn't because of firewall either, but like Danger is, and like the Goki board was, and all these other kind of decks used firewall extensively, and it was insane and degenerate and awful and horrible and bad for the game.
Like, not even if they killed you on the first round, like if they set up a Goki board and just like, just spied out their whole extra deck, like that's still basically an FTK.
Yeah.
So
I think another insane thing about the FTKs is the Danger Darkwood FTK, where you just set up Azathoth.
Yeah,
and if you get that far, you win.
You're just like, what do you do?
They've just gotten progressively more and more insane.
What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do? Yeah, like, so you could have the rotation of the sets, like they do in Magic, but even Magic has a ban list, so they would always be just insane stuff. Or you could just have it where it's just completely open and every deck is unlimited.
Do you know what we encouraged Lex to talk about when we were talking about the ban list?
What?
We didn't mention Danger FTK at all. We didn't really.
Well, we kind of did in form of like Armageddon Knight and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, Dark Warrior stuff, because that like totally enables all that.
I guess that's true as well, but it's like, I feel like they will, like, Azathoth is a hit I could maybe possibly see.
No, I don't think they can do that. Like Firewall's the root of the problem, like the whole problem.
But they're not going to ban Firewall, so they need to ban the cards around Firewall, because that's what they're always going to do.
I hope on Firewall.
Well, we also talked about like banning the burn cards, so that's another thing.
If Firewall gets banned,
of course.
Aiden, you made a bet that you have to eat a Firewall, right? If it gets banned.
Well, that was me.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah.
So I'm just holding out. I'm just hoping it gets banned, just for that.
Well,
we can live stream it on our YouTube channel.
Well, now I have to do it because now it's recorded on tape. Before it was like a pact with me and Cormac that I would do it out of the goodness of my heart.
I mean,
but now I'm required to do it. Like
it was like a gentleman's agreement.
It was a gentleman's agreement that I wouldn't in fact eat a Fireball. I would eat my own Fireball that I own, that I don't play in any decks. I just own a Fireball. I just have one. I don't know why.
Simo
had a Hungry Burger, and I don't know if you guys play League, but there's a League YouTuber called GBay99 who made a bet with his Twitch stream that if something didn't happen, he'd eat a sock.
Oh.
And he lost the bet,
oh.
and he had to make a video of himself eating a sock. So I mean, there's worse things been eaten.
How do you
Than a
even
firewall
digest
dragon.
a sock?
He had to fry it.
You don't just suck.
Yeah.
He fried it and cut it up really small.
How does he shit that out?
That's not something that I think we can talk about on a
I
PG-13
know, but like, you
podcast.
know, it's
PG-13 saying we've been swearing the entire time.
I like it the first time I cursed, I was like, I'm gonna edit that out. And then I was like, this is just beyond saving at this
Yeah,
point.
what
We're
happened was
fucked.
I went off with my bold boy words. And then it was like,
and you were talking about hentai, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, well, we'll just edit all of that out. We'll have like a 13-minute
Okay,
podcast.
we'll just edit everything out.
edit out all the bold words and all the times we berate Konami. So edit out the entire podcast. Just
Yeah,
don't upload this. Just don't upload it because we'll get banned.
Chris, edit that out, will you? So yeah.
Hey, Jamie, hold that up.
That pretty much wraps this up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't really
that's
see anything
right.
else that hasn't really been discussed.
Alright, so thanks for listening / watching. If you're watching whatever boring screen cap I put over us talking and shutting on for an hour, hey, we made it 55 minutes. It's not bad.
Hey, we did the thing.
Right. I was like, we'll make it for an hour, and Aiden was like, I can't speak for an hour, and I was like, yeah, we can totally do it.
Outed.
I mean, I had doubts as well. I was like, we'll just shoot for an hour, and as far as we get, I'll be happy with. But
Will we edit this shit now and get it up?
hell yeah. So yeah, thanks for listening / watching on whatever channel. To all of our fans and followers and people who hate us as well. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Peace.
Bye, everybody.